Hi, my name is Joan Ranquet. I'm an animal communicator. I'm the founder of Communication with All Life University, and I am the author of Communication with All Life, Revelations of an Animal Communicator and Energy Healing for Animals. I am going to do a webinar today for an amazing group of people called In Defense of Animals, and they have a webinar series for activists because they realize how much many activists are hitting compassion fatigue. And I've been an animal communicator for over 25 years. I've been doing a lot of energy work. I have a ton of students that are becoming animal communicators and energy healers and may already work in the animal kingdom. I have a lot of veterinarian friends, holistic vets mainly, and one thing that all of us share is there's a certain point where it's just too much, and that's called compassion fatigue. And to be an effective, and the webinar today is called Overcoming the Poor Baby Syndrome, to be more effective activists. And what happens is we are super empathic and we take on all this stuff. We look at these images, we get horrified, we feel like we can't do enough. There's nothing we can do about it. There's nothing we can do about it. We freak ourselves out, we isolate, and it's not as helpful as we could be. We're not empowering ourselves. I do a lot of EFT, emotional freedom technique, tapping, and I do it for people and animals, and I teach it. But I thought what I would do is a round of tapping on compassion fatigue because it's so prevalent when people are working with animals. And I just thought, you know what, here's an opportunity to at least start to bring it down a bit, to bring those big feelings of isolation, of feeling helplessness, all of that. So I want you to, first of all, show you how tapping works. Tapping works on the meridians, and so we're going to start out doing tapping here, and then we're going to do some tapping here, 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 on the collarbone, and then on the top of the head. And because each of the meridians are associated with an organ, and each of the organs are associated with an emotional system, these different points really start to help us calm down, and being calm and relaxed is the first state of healing. So I'm a real believer that healer heal thyself, and so this is a great opportunity. So if you'll just follow along, what I'm going to do is say the statement, and you can, if nobody's looking at your house, you can just follow along physically with me, or you can follow along in your mind's eye. But I want you to really engage yourself in this and be with me on this, because I feel like we could really start to move some of this energy for ourselves. So I want you to go to a place in your mind that you probably go to regularly, where you are feeling very overwhelmed, you're feeling very hopeless, you're feeling very helpless, you can't stop thinking about all the images that are coming to you. Some of you may be really bothered by the meat trade, the dog meat trade. Some of you might be really bothered by horse slaughter. Some of you might be really bothered by poaching, by Taiji, factory farms, so many animals that are left in the shelters and returned home because people are, and we have a lot of big judgments. So I want us to really work on this so that we can be in a place of compassion and then education. So get to that place that's really unbearable. And just for a moment, I want you to take that in, and now I want you to follow me physically and verbally. So even though I get so overwhelmed and I can't help anybody, and all these images are making me nuts, and I love and accept myself. Even though this world is crazy, and I think there's no way out. Everyone thinks I'm crazy, and I think they're all idiots, and I love and accept myself. Even though nothing seems to be going right, there's so many people and animals that are just being tortured, and it's horrible, and I can't sleep at night. images of torture run through my mind. And I honor the choices I'm making. Tapping through the points. I can't take it. I can't take it. I don't feel like I'm helping anybody. I don't feel like I'm able to help. I get overwhelmed. I get so upset. Nothing seems to be helping me. Nothing seems to be helping anyone. Nothing seems to help. I can't help. It's too much. Just when I think about the cows, somebody's eating dogs. Just when I think about that, I'm about to blow up. I can't take it. I can't take it. I get so angry, and I feel like people are such idiots, and I can't stand how I feel, because when I get like that, I know I'm not helping. I get overwhelmed to the point of despair. So much despair. I feel so bad for them. I feel bad for me. Somewhere there's a deep wound that's getting triggered every time I see these images. A wound that says it's helpless. It's hopeless. A wound of deep despair. And I can't believe it's being mirrored back to me in the form of these innocent animals. There aren't even words. I know that I can help somehow. I know that it's not doing any good for me to feel this over and over and over again. I know that when I get triggered, I'm projecting back out some pretty negative stuff. I am really willing to look at my own stuff and make a vow that I will sift through it, release it, minimize my judgment, and start to take a deep, compassionate look at myself, so that when I make a stance on something, I embody emotional leadership. And when I embody emotional leadership, I can really make a shift. I am open to being part of the change. I am willing to remember that coral reefs do come back. I love the idea that the whaling industry doesn't exist anymore, and whale watching from afar is what everybody wants to do. I am witness to change. I'm seeing dogs getting rehabilitated and cats and horses finding homes. I am willing to look for the hope every single day, to train myself to find the hope, to train myself to be the hope, and be really willing to compassionately educate. I have to remember that I learned a lot. I can be a patient teacher. I am going to wake up with hope. So now I want you to take a deep breath, and I want you to inhale hope and really feel yourself in your body, grounded in the bottom of your feet, feeling that you are able to breathe into your very center, and that that is a peaceful, safe place. And I want you to really remember that that's home, and from that place, you can change the world. Thank you.